square is the focus. So, as Eric mentioned with zone focusing, you'd think iPhone, all good, new technology. I'm about as old school as it gets with shooting with this thing in terms of street photography. So I set my exposure for the brightest part of the sky, so like an f8 or an f16, 250, same kind of sunny 16 rule. And then with focusing, I'll just go, all right, well, what kind of distance do I want to shoot today? So if I'm wanting to get really close, I'll go and I'll do very simple zone focusing for my hand. So that's given me, you know, just under a metre. And you kind of go, oh, when people are coming towards you, you wait for them to get right up close, and then you're taking the shots. Otherwise, if I'll shoot for the floor, I'll zone focus on the floor, and it's giving me a metre, metre and a half, or I'll look for a wall somewhere close by, which is in line with where I'm shooting people going past. So I use a surface that's near me as my focus guide. It's a really, really good way of keeping everything locked. So with locking exposure, so you move around,
the circle,
go, and it flashes for a second, so you can see here again. Circle, flash, flash, locked. Doesn't change. So it's completely set. And it will stay set even as you're taking photos. So I've got, it's not moving.
And how do you take the photo with this?
This camera, it's got, I'll show you how to turn on full screen shutter, and then anywhere you touch, you're taking a photo. So you don't have to fish for little buttons or anything on the screen, like your whole screen is the shutter button. And it's the same thing with the focus. It's locked, and it stays locked. So that's why I love Pro Camera, because you're out on the street, you don't need to hunt for any buttons. You see your circle, you see your square, and you just swipe somewhere really quickly. You turn around a corner, the light changes on you quickly, and you've got it under control. Half a second, you're back, and you've got the right exposure, you've got the right focal distance as well. So, yeah, I'll talk to you more on the street, and I'll show you all these things.
And what's this app called again?
This is Pro Camera. It's a German-made app. The guys are just, they love photography, they love street, and they're just trying to make the easiest app for, you know, street shooting.
And only iPhone for now?
Only iPhone for now. Try and talk to the app developers to see if they can get it in. But as I said, I'm comfortable with Android as well, and can show you how to get the most out of your Samsungs and your HTCs and all that stuff.
Sweet.
Cool. Easy.
Cool. To do full screen shutter.
Right, so Pro button. Full screen trigger. Settings. Full screen trigger down here. See it? Should open. There you go. Trigger on. Leave the anti-shake off, because when you go back to the camera, it's down there. So if you're shooting at night, or it's a little bit dark, and you want to get a little bit more stability, use that button there. So, see, I pressed it, and I need to hold it still in order for it to take the photo. So that uses the accelerometer in the phone to wait until you're stable before it takes the shot, so you're not introducing camera shake into the phone.
Any other settings they should change on the...
Yeah, most importantly, when you first open Pro Camera, click on this button here and make sure that your expert mode is on, otherwise you won't be able to split your focus and exposure. And up here you've got a few options in terms of grid lines, so I just like to use my standard rule of thirds as to give me a little bit of structure. Some people like to turn it off altogether because they don't want to be distracted by it and let it go with the flow. There's also other, like, more fine grid lines, or you even got like a kind of a I can't remember what that's called.
Airplane mode.
Yeah, whether you're keeping your lines straight. So that's pretty much it in terms of Pro Camera, and yeah, I'll show you more on the streets.
Cool.